Ladies and gentlemen, imagine this: you're staring down the barrel of another year that's slipping away, and you know deep in your heart that it's time for a change. The clock is ticking, and every second you wait is another chance missed. What if I told you that this is the year you stop making excuses and start taking real action? Picture yourself at the end of December, looking back with pride at everything you've accomplished because you forced yourself to get it done. This isn't about waiting for motivation to magically appear. It's about digging deep, summoning that inner fire and saying, "No more waiting. My time is now." Stick with me, because in just a few minutes, you're going to discover 6 powerful keys that will push you past procrastination and propel you into a year of unstoppable success. Deciding without doubt is the first step toward turning your year around. It starts with that powerful moment when you look at yourself and say, enough is enough. You've seen the time slip away, and you know deep down that nothing changes until you make a firm decision. When you decide without a shred of doubt that this year is going to be your year, you set a spark that lights up every plan you make and every action you take. It's about stepping up and owning your future, no matter how many obstacles have tried to hold you back before. Think about all the moments when you hesitated, waited for the perfect time, or let doubt creep in. Every time you hesitated, you allowed fear to take over, and that fear kept you stuck in the same old habits. Deciding without doubt means putting an end to that cycle. It means stopping the endless what ifs, and maybe later, that have kept you from making progress. Instead of waiting for the stars to align or for a sign from someone else, you become your own sign. You decide right now that you're going to do what needs to be done. No excuses, no delays. This decision is like a contract you sign with yourself. When you commit wholeheartedly to making this year different, you send a clear message to your mind and heart that you're serious about change. That commitment creates an internal shift. It makes you realize that the only thing holding you back is you. Suddenly, every small action becomes a step toward something bigger. You start waking up with purpose, and each day becomes an opportunity to take one more step towards your goals. Imagine looking back at this time a year from now and seeing a version of yourself that took charge and transformed obstacles into opportunities. That vision can only become reality if you decide today to stop waiting and start acting. Deciding without doubt isn't about being perfect. It's about making a clear, unwavering commitment that you will no longer let uncertainty or fear dictate your path. It's about saying, I am done with second guessing. I am ready to take the reins and build the life I know I deserve. When you make this decision, you create a sense of urgency. You realize that every moment you spend doubting is a moment wasted. Instead, you focus on what you can control: your actions, your choices, and your determination. That decision becomes the driving force behind every goal you set and every plan you make. With it, you gain the courage to face challenges head on, knowing that you are the one steering the ship of your destiny. This firm decision acts as a catalyst, setting off a chain reaction in your life. It pushes you to clear away the distractions and excuses that have slowed you down. You begin to see opportunities where you once saw roadblocks. Your mindset shifts from one of hesitation to one of determination and excitement about the future. With every step you take after that decision, you reinforce your commitment and prove to yourself that you have what it takes to succeed. You become unstoppable, fueled by the power of your own decision, and that energy is contagious. Ultimately, deciding without doubt is about taking full responsibility for your life. It means acknowledging that change doesn't come from waiting for the perfect moment. It comes from creating that moment with your own actions. Today is the day to stop hesitating and start living with purpose. When you decide firmly and boldly that this is your year, you not only set your own course for success, but you also inspire those around you to do the same. Your unwavering decision becomes the foundation upon which every achievement is built, proving that the only thing standing between you and your dreams is the choice to make them happen. Setting clear, achievable goals is like creating your very own blueprint for success. When you take your big dreams and break them down into smaller, manageable tasks, you're not just daydreaming, you're laying the stepping stones to a reality that you can build on. Imagine you're planning a road trip to a destination you've always dreamed of. Without a map, you'd be wandering aimlessly, getting lost, or worse, giving up before you even start. But when you have a clear roadmap in front of you, every turn, every mile brings you closer to your goal, and you feel that sweet satisfaction with every small win along the way. Think about the power of having specific, well-defined goals. It's not enough to just say, I want to be successful, or I want to change my life. You need to break that big vision into clear, actionable steps. When you set clear goals, you start by asking yourself, what exactly do I want to achieve? And then, what are the concrete steps I need to take? Whether it's waking up earlier to work on your passion project or committing to a workout routine, every little task you complete gives you momentum. It's like putting coins in a jar. Each coin might seem small on its own, but soon enough, you have a fortune that can launch you into a whole new reality. Now, think about why many people get stuck. They often have grand dreams, but they get overwhelmed by the sheer size of their ambitions. They try to do everything at once, and before they know it, they're buried under a mountain of tasks that seem impossible to conquer. Instead, the secret is to break down that mountain into a series of small, achievable steps. Every time you check off one of these tasks, you're not just moving forward, you're building your confidence and proving to yourself that progress is possible. It's about celebrating the small victories because those victories add up to something big over time. When your goals are clear and manageable, you're able to track your progress, which is a huge motivator. It's like having a scoreboard in the game of life. You see your improvements, and that gives you the drive to keep pushing forward. Each milestone, no matter how modest, becomes a testament to your hard work and a reminder that every effort is leading you closer to the life you envision. That clarity not only helps you measure your progress, but it also makes it easier to adjust your course when needed. If something isn't working, you can see it clearly and make a change without losing sight of the ultimate destination. Moreover, setting clear, achievable goals forces you to be honest with yourself about what you want and what you're willing to do to get there. It requires you to leave behind vague ambitions and replace them with concrete plans. This kind of focus is what separates those who merely dream from those who actually do. It's a commitment to yourself, a promise that this year you're not going to let another day slip by without taking action. When you commit to your goals, you set a standard for yourself that no one else can take away. Also, having a clear plan creates a sense of ownership over your life. You're no longer at the mercy of circumstances or waiting for opportunities to come knocking on your door. Instead, you become the architect of your own destiny. With every small step you take, you're actively shaping your future, and that's a powerful feeling. It instills in you a sense of discipline and determination that is contagious, fueling every aspect of your life with energy and purpose. Ultimately, setting clear, achievable goals transforms the way you approach your year. Instead of feeling overwhelmed by the big picture, you're empowered by the knowledge that every single day brings you one step closer to your dreams. It's about taking control, one small victory at a time, and proving to yourself that when you break it down, nothing is impossible. So make that decision today. Outline your goals, break them into manageable tasks, and let each accomplishment light the way to a successful, fulfilled future. Embracing discipline over excuses is the key that unlocks the door to real, lasting success. When you commit to discipline, you make a conscious decision to show up every day, regardless of how you feel. It's about forcing yourself to take the necessary steps forward, even when the comfort of procrastination tempts you to sit back. This means pushing past the urge to make excuses. Those little voices that say, "I'll do it tomorrow," or "I'm too tired today," and choosing to act because you know deep down that your future depends on the work you do now. Think about it like this. Every time you opt for discipline, you're investing in yourself. Instead of wasting time and energy coming up with reasons why you can't do something, you focus on the small actions that add up to big results. Discipline is what separates the dreamers from the doers. It's not about waiting for motivation to strike. It's about creating a routine that propels you forward day in and day out. When you decide to embrace discipline, you create a habit of excellence that becomes part of who you are. You begin to see that the only thing holding you back isn't a lack of talent or opportunity, but the habit of giving in to excuses. Imagine the power of waking up every morning and having a plan in place. No matter what obstacles come your way, you have already committed to your goals. This consistency builds momentum. Each time you push through the resistance and get the job done, you reinforce a positive pattern. Over time, this discipline transforms your mindset, making it easier to tackle even the toughest challenges without letting excuses creep in. Instead of making excuses, you develop a can-do attitude that inspires not just you, but everyone around you. Your actions speak louder than any excuse ever could. Discipline means understanding that every small step is a victory, even if it seems insignificant at first. It's about recognizing that progress is built on consistency, not on sporadic bursts of effort. Every time you choose to do what needs to be done, even when you'd rather relax or avoid the work, you're training your mind to overcome resistance. This isn't always easy. There will be days when excuses feel like the easier path, but that's exactly when discipline matters most. By choosing to push through those moments, you prove to yourself that you're in control of your destiny. Moreover, discipline over excuses is a commitment to your future self. It's a promise that no matter how challenging the journey might get, you'll stick with it because you believe in what you're working towards. This kind of commitment doesn't just change your day-to-day habits. It transforms your entire life. When you make discipline a non-negotiable part of your routine, you begin to see a shift in your overall energy and productivity. You become more reliable, not just in the eyes of others, but in your own. You start to trust your ability to get things done, and that self-trust becomes a cornerstone of your success. Think about all the times you've postponed your goals because an excuse seemed more comfortable than the hard work. Now imagine how different your life could be if you replaced that cycle of excuses with a habit of disciplined action. Instead of thinking, "I can't do this," you start thinking, "I will do this," one step at a time. That shift in perspective is powerful. It transforms obstacles into opportunities and challenges into stepping stones. You become a living example of what it means to overcome adversity, and that inspiration can spark change not only in your life, but in the lives of those around you. Ultimately, embracing discipline over excuses is about taking full responsibility for your life. It's about recognizing that the power to change your circumstances lies within your ability to act consistently and purposefully. When you force yourself to get it done, regardless of the hurdles, you build a resilient spirit that no challenge can break. And that resilience, that unwavering commitment to your goals, is what will drive you to achieve the extraordinary success you deserve. When you eliminate distractions, you create a space where your focus becomes unbreakable and your goals take center stage. It starts with a simple truth. Every minute you spend on unproductive habits or on things that pull you away from your true purpose is a minute lost in building the life you want. Think about those endless hours scrolling through your phone, watching shows that don't add value, or engaging in conversations that lead nowhere. When you recognize these activities for what they are, time sinks that chip away at your potential. You empower yourself to cut them out of your daily routine. Imagine waking up each day and not feeling the constant tug of notifications, the pull of social media, or the distractions of negative influences. Instead, you spend that time working on your dreams, planning your day, and investing in personal growth. When you decide to eliminate distractions, you're saying to yourself that your focus and energy are too valuable to waste on things that don't matter. This might mean setting boundaries with people who bring you down, or putting your phone on silent during your most productive hours. It's about being intentional with every moment so you can direct your energy where it truly counts. Picture your mind as a high-performance engine that needs the best fuel to run at full capacity. Distractions are like impurities that clog up the system and slow you down. When you remove those impurities, whether it's negative chatter, endless social media scrolling, or habits that keep you stuck, you allow your true potential to roar to life. This isn't just about being busy, it's about being effective. It means creating an environment that supports your journey, one that is free of the noise and clutter that dilute your focus. You set up a space where every action, every thought is aligned with your goals. Eliminating distractions also means being honest with yourself about what really matters. Sometimes it takes a hard look at your daily habits to realize that not every moment of your time is equally important. You learn to prioritize, to recognize the difference between urgent and important, and to say no to things that don't move you closer to your dreams. This discipline doesn't come naturally at first. It requires commitment and the willingness to make some tough choices. But as you gradually remove the clutter from your life, you find that your productivity soars and the focus you once craved becomes second nature. Imagine how different your life would be if you could channel all that extra time and energy into building your future. Instead of feeling overwhelmed by the constant barrage of distractions, you'd have a clear path lined up ahead, one that is free of unnecessary detours. The more you eliminate distractions, the more you reclaim control over your time and your destiny. This renewed focus helps you not only set clear goals, but also follow through on them with unwavering determination. Every small decision you make to cut out distractions is a step toward the person you want to become. It's about creating a sanctuary for your dreams, a space where your ideas can flourish without interference. You become more resilient, more determined, and more aligned with your purpose. This transformation doesn't happen overnight, but with each day that you consciously choose to focus on what matters, you build a momentum that propels you closer to success. In the end, eliminating distractions is about valuing your time and respecting your own potential. It's the foundation upon which all other achievements are built. By removing the clutter that weighs you down, you pave the way for a more intentional, productive, and fulfilling life. Your journey towards success becomes clearer, and you step forward with confidence, knowing that every moment is yours to shape and every day is an opportunity to get it done. Holding yourself accountable means taking full responsibility for every action you take and every decision you make. It's about looking in the mirror and knowing that the only person who can turn your dreams into reality is you. When you hold yourself accountable, you stop waiting for someone else to push you, and you start setting up systems that keep you on track. It means creating routines, tracking your progress, and being honest with yourself when things don't go as planned. There's no room for excuses here. You own your wins and your setbacks alike, and you use them as stepping stones toward a better version of yourself. Imagine this. You set a goal to achieve something big this year, but without accountability, that goal can easily fade into just another wish. Holding yourself accountable turns that wish into a concrete plan. It's like having your own personal coach inside you, constantly reminding you of your commitments and urging you to push a little harder. Even when the going gets tough, every time you check in with yourself, you create a momentum that makes procrastination and self-doubt shrink away. When you document your progress and reflect on your actions, you not only see how far you've come, but you also spot the gaps where improvement is needed. Being accountable means setting clear benchmarks for success and then sticking to them, no matter what distractions or setbacks arise. It's about scheduling time to review your goals and measure your achievements regularly. When you do this, you begin to notice patterns. Maybe there's a particular time of day when you're most productive. Or perhaps you see that you're more likely to get sidetracked by social media. This awareness allows you to make adjustments and refine your strategy, ensuring that every step you take is aligned with your larger vision. Accountability turns vague aspirations into measurable outcomes and gives you the power to adjust your course in real time. Moreover, holding yourself accountable requires discipline and a commitment to self-improvement. It's not enough to simply set goals. You must also create a system where you can hold yourself responsible. This might mean writing down your goals and sharing them with a trusted friend or mentor who will check in on your progress. Sometimes it might mean setting up a daily journal or a progress tracker that allows you to see your evolution over time. When you make a habit of reviewing your progress, you build a structure that supports your ambitions and helps you see that each day's effort, no matter how small, is contributing to a larger picture of success. This process also means facing your mistakes head on. There will be times when you fall short, and instead of hiding from those moments, you take them as learning experiences. Accountability is about embracing your imperfections, analyzing where you went wrong, and figuring out how to do better next time. It's about understanding that each misstep is not a sign of failure, but rather a valuable lesson on your journey. When you treat mistakes as opportunities for growth, you remove the fear of failure and empower yourself to take bold, decisive action. Ultimately, holding yourself accountable builds an unshakable confidence. As you consistently monitor your progress and celebrate even the smallest victories, you develop a resilient mindset. You start to trust in your own ability to overcome challenges and to follow through on your commitments. This self-reliance is the fuel that will drive you to achieve those big goals you've set for this year. By taking control of your actions and decisions, you're not just forcing yourself to get it done. You're crafting a future that's undeniably your own, full of purpose and accomplishment. When you hold yourself accountable, you become the master of your destiny. It's a powerful declaration that you are ready to step up, to work hard, and to transform your life one decisive step at a time. Every day, as you review your progress and adjust your strategies, you prove that the only limit to your success is the one you set for yourself. Embrace accountability and watch as your commitment turns into achievement and your dreams become your reality. Every time you take a step forward, no matter how small, you deserve to celebrate that victory. Celebrating every win isn't just about feeling good in the moment. It's about fueling your momentum and building unstoppable confidence that propels you even further. When you recognize your achievements, you remind yourself that progress is happening and that you have the power to turn your dreams into reality. It might be as simple as finishing a task you've been putting off or hitting a milestone that you set for yourself. Each of these victories is a reminder that you're moving in the right direction and that your hard work is paying off. Imagine if you could look back at the end of the year and see a trail of small wins that, when put together, form the roadmap of your success. Celebrating those wins creates a positive cycle. Every time you acknowledge a success, you build a reservoir of positive energy that makes it easier to tackle the next challenge. It's like adding fuel to a fire. Each victory, no matter how modest, ignites further progress and helps push away the doubt and inertia that can hold you back. This constant reinforcement of success transforms your mindset, shifting it from one of hesitation and fear to one of determination and joy. When you celebrate your wins, you're also creating a habit of gratitude and self-recognition. Instead of dwelling on what you haven't accomplished yet, you take the time to appreciate how far you've come. That appreciation isn't selfish, it's essential for your growth. It tells you that you are capable and that every bit of effort counts. Over time, this habit of recognizing even the smallest achievements builds your self-esteem and motivates you to set higher goals. Knowing that you have a proven track record of success, you start to see setbacks as temporary pauses, not as permanent failures, because you've learned to focus on the wins that drive you forward. In the journey to force yourself to get things done this year, celebrating every win acts as a powerful reminder that progress is possible even on the toughest days. It reinforces the idea that consistency leads to success. When you commit to celebrating your wins, you create a mental record of your accomplishments that you can look back on during moments of doubt. This record becomes a source of strength, a personal cheerleading squad in your mind that says, "You did it, and you can do it again." It helps you overcome the inevitable challenges that come your way by reminding you that every effort, no matter how small, is a step toward your bigger goals. Furthermore, celebrating your wins isn't about throwing a party for every minor success. It's about taking a moment to pause, reflect, and give yourself credit for what you've achieved. It can be as simple as jotting down your successes in a journal, sharing a quick word of encouragement with yourself, or even treating yourself to a small reward. The key is to acknowledge that progress is happening and that you are actively building the life you want. When you do this consistently, you create an internal feedback loop that not only motivates you, but also reaffirms your belief in your ability to overcome obstacles. When you embrace the habit of celebrating every win, you are essentially saying to yourself and to the world, "I matter, and my efforts count." This simple shift in perspective can turn even the most daunting challenges into opportunities for growth and joy. It transforms your journey from a series of trials into a series of triumphs. So, as you push yourself to get it done this year, remember to take time to celebrate your wins, big or small. Every celebration is a stepping stone toward a future where success is not just a possibility, but a reality crafted by your persistent, determined actions.